Hey there everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Soul Calibur 6. Last time we went through first half of Hilde's story, so today we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And we'll start with Hilde number 6. The year is 1588 AD. Hilde number 6, where there's smoke. The war against the Malfested had settled for a time, but once again turned ferocious. Hilde received a visitor, a man seeking assistance from the woman who stands against the cursed sword's minions. This man leads a group of skilled fighters calling themselves the Hunters of the Evil Sword. Is familiar to her.
Your Highness.
Johann.
I thank you for granting me this audience.
Please, do not call me that. I am Regent, nothing more. More to the point, it is hard to speak with such formalities on our tongues. Let us celebrate this joyous reunion. Don't you agree, Master Johann?
It seems we've both changed much over the years. You have grown into a remarkable woman, my lady. And I... Wolf-Krone is a dear place to me in many ways. Today, I have come to fulfill a promise I made long ago to aid King George and this kingdom in its time of need. I lead the Hunters of the Evil Sword, a band of warriors I trained myself. Will you permit us to fight the Malfested by your side? As you saw, they are elite fighters, the equal of any veteran army company.
So those unfamiliar warriors outside are called the Hunters of the Evil Sword. Those great rents in your armor. What has become of you over the past few years?
Good question.
I fear the tale will not be short, but I shall tell it.
In a slow voice that rings solemn with truth, Johann begins to tell his story. Roughly 5 years ago, from the day the evil seed fell on Wolf-Krone, Rauschberg also felt the scourge of the Malfested. Captain Johann and his knights journeyed far and wide, eventually discovering a sliver of hope. The leader of the Malfested was known as the Azure Knight. If all the knights of Rauschberg fell upon him when he was alone. Thus did the knights throw away their honor and pride for a desperate fight to save their kingdom, and thus did they fail. With the exception of Johann, every last knight of Rauschberg died that day. The honor he had earned, the companions he had made, all of them gone. Among them were Johann's 2 sons, still mere youths.
Poor guy. The friends and family he made all died at the hands of Nightmare.
Rauschberg is in ruin. Travelers speak of it, saying bones and ash are all that remain.
Since that day, I have dedicated myself to revenge. I formed the Hunters of the Evil Sword, training each and every warrior for the sole purpose of destroying the nightmare that is Soul Edge. When I lost my sons, I bid farewell to the weak man I once was. This gash in my armor is from my battle with the Azure Knight. I leave it to remind me of my failure.
Sir Johann, I am moved by your tale. Lady Hilde.
Of course. Master Johann, I too know your pain.
Oh, then you will...
Wait one moment. Our kingdom's resources are scarce as it is. We cannot feed a crew of bandits that may not even be worth their salt on the battlefield.
What are you getting at?
I guess he means to test them.
Master Johann, I thank you for accepting this mock battle between your company and my Silver Wolves.
No need for thanks. I know how difficult it can be to outfit and maintain a professional army.
Lady Hildegard, I know how much you delight in battle. Why not spar with your old teacher?
Strange, Lord Wilhelm. That request is most unlike you. Regardless, I have taken an interest in the Hunters of the Evil Sword. Very well, I accept.
Why does Johann's story not sit right with me? I may not know all the details, but something tells me he didn't leave everything to Hilde's knowledge. Ooh. That's one.
An opening! An opening! An opening! Upon my life!
Really? You still use the belly to back suplexes?
Forgive me!
Let's see how much of my old lessons you remember.
An opening!
On your guard.
An opening! Providence!
I slipped.
Now is my chance to... Wait, something's wrong.
Oh, you had a chance to defeat me, and yet you withdrew. Why?
I sensed you were luring me into that rocky defile. Had I followed, my spear would have been useless in the tight confines.
The princess I used to know would have leaped to defeat me, despite the unfavorable terrain. It seems you've learned my lessons well. Study the terrain if you want to live to fight again.
Still, it was your best chance to defeat him. Our style focuses on tenacity and defense over all else. But the truth is, one must have the courage to leap into danger to seize victory.
He's got a point.
That's why I could never defeat you when we were younger, right?
It seems you had watched me closely, Lord Wilhelm. So, how did the Hunters of the Evil Sword fare against your Silver Wolves?
They are Master Johann's students, of that there is no doubt. Individually, each is a better fighter than most of my Silver Wolves, though they are no match for me.
Anyone would fall short when compared to the Lightning Lance, Lord Wilhelm himself. Now, if you are satisfied with our performance, there is something I must tell you. I have information. Information regarding the Azure Knight.
Nightmare.
The Azure Knight has once again appeared in Ostreinsburg. If he regains his power and organizes an army of Malfested...
Our kingdom here on the banks of the Rhine will not be spared.
Still, his power is yet incomplete, and his force is small. If we are to take Ostreinsburg, there is no better time than now.
I need time to consider this. Come with me and tell me everything you know.
I'm still getting that bad feeling down my spine. The year is 1588 AD. Hilde number 7. Moonlit Conflict. Johann speaks of the Azure Knight's reappearance. Hilde knows that if she is to save her kingdom from a dark fate, now is the time to strike. This would be the most difficult fight of her life, but spread out by the howls of her kingdom's namesake beasts echoing through the moonlit forests. Hilde heads for Wolfkrone Monument, its stones bathed in the evening glow.
Nothing is permanent, is it? Master Johann? You? Everything in this world changes. It is unavoidable, but I believe my heart is made up. If I survive this, I will return. Farewell.
I thought I'd find you here. You are easy to read.
Whoa.
How pathetic. Unable to recognize even your own daughter, haunted by ghosts of your past.
Hey, wait a minute.
You're no different, Hilde.
You may be right.
Soon, night will come to this kingdom. A dark and terrible thing, in the guise of the Azure Knight. If our people are to survive to see the dawn, the rightful ruler must assume the throne. Take up the sword and spear of our people, Hilde. You are worthy to wield them.
Glensindanova and Frisha Himmel are the symbols of the throne. As long as Father still lives, it is not my place to bear them.
The time to choose has come, Hilde. Or have you forgotten the promise you once made to Sir Grow? Besides, there is precedent. In times of crisis, the warrior best able to protect Wolfkrone has taken them in hand even before their coronation. If this is not a crisis, then what is?
Then it is you who are most suited to the task. Wilhelm the Lightning Lance, leader of the Silver Wolves. Your name is spoken of with awe far and wide.
Stop with this foolishness! I know your heart. I know the yearning you once felt for that spear and sword. That's why I cannot agree with this mad plan to assault Ostrheinsburg. On our border, instability rocks the Margrave of Baden. France schemes to expand their territory, siphoning away our forces for imperial interventions. Our problems are national in scope. As long as we remain without a leader to solve them, our kingdom has no future. Hilde, if you lack the resolve to do this, you should renounce your claim to the throne, for the good of the people.
Regarding the assault on Ostrheinsburg, I have a plan. But if something were to happen to me, I would ask that you lead Wolfkrone in my stead. I entrust this key and this seal into your hands.
I hate this kingdom. If you cannot steal your resolve, if you insist on remaining a mere regent, I will take the final step and do what must be done in your place.
You may not have a choice there, Hilde. You may have to take up the sword and spear. Hey, wait a minute, I just thought of it. She needs to send someone to Greece. The year is 1588 AD. Hilde number 8. Bridgehead at dawn's break. The plan to strike Ostrainsburg proceeds smoothly. Many assemble at Stolzad to prepare for the battle with the Azure Knight, but Wilhelm does not show. Having vanished since the argument at the monument, despite this, Hilde resolves to press forward. Her forces now prepared for the fight ahead. Yeah, if they can get a hold of Sophitia, she might be able to save him.
Your Highness,
save her father.
A question burns in my mind. Why do you insist on leaving the bulk of our forces at home?
There is something I must make certain of during this battle, but I cannot say more. I fear I am placing too great a burden upon you and the rest of my bodyguards.
We are your loyal shield, my lady. You need not worry about us. Still, I have never marched to war with so few. I know Master Johann and his hunters are fierce fighters, but is the danger not too great?
For this fight, the fewer the better.
Do you follow Lord Wilhelm's counsel and aim not to rile our neighbors?
That is part of it, yes.
I understand. We will follow you into the jaws of death itself, if need be.
We are almost at the Rhine. Our campaign fares well thus far.
Thanks to the Hunters of the Evil Sword. It is their presence that has ensured our safe passage, despite the harsh road.
Unlike knights, we are much lighter armed and better able to fight in close quarters.
All that is left is to secure a bridgehead on the... Oh. What's this?
Princess, I come with urgent news!
Garibrand? All forces, halt the advance!
This can't be good.
Garibrand had traveled by swift horse to deliver grim tidings from the capital. Wilhelm had seized Glanzina Nova and Frischer Himmel, the symbols of Wolf Krone's throne. Worse, he and the Silver Wolves had fled the castle armed for battle, and none knew their destination. Garibrand lowered his voice as he delivered the final piece of news. King George had disappeared from his dungeon.
Uh-oh.
Lord Wilhelm has been behaving suspiciously for quite some time. Should we not consider the possibility that he is now our foe and ready ourselves for attack?
No, I refuse to accept that. However, it's true that there were bloodstains found in the king's cell. What could have happened?
If you cannot steel your resolve, if you insist on remaining a mere regent, I will take the final step and do what must be done in your place.
We cannot afford to overlook any possibility, but it is still too early to pass judgment. Garibrand, return to the castle with all haste and continue to monitor the situation.
As you command. Farewell, Princess. May fortune favor you.
Whatever path we take, it would be suicide to stay here. I propose we leave sentries and move to a safe location to formulate our next plan.
Very well. We shall make for a fortress north of here. We will have to pass through the forest, but it is the quickest road.
As you command. Still, I worry about dividing our forces any more than they already are.
Fear not. Any troops we leave will rendezvous with us before long. We'll leave signs for them to follow.
A wise decision. Come, let us make haste before the sun sets, and we are engulfed in darkness.
What happens in the darkness, Johann? The year is 1588 AD. Hilde number 9. Creeping Doubt. Wilhelm's strange behavior, the disappearance of George, and other discerning information all begin to cast an ominous shadow over Hilde's offensive. She and her band of soldiers make their way to the fortress, the sun quickly shifting its gaze from them. As night draws near, Wolf Crone's best signal the others to meet them and venture into the forest.
Lady Hilde, have you finished marking our trail?
Yes, my apologies for the wait. The fortress is still some distance away. We must hurry.
I am in favor of haste. Night is the Malfested's realm.
My lady, the fortress is close now. Sir Johann, what is the matter?
The time has come, my loyal hunters.
What do you mean?
Sir Johann, we must hurry. Or is there a problem?
None, for this expedition will end here and now.
What do you mean?
And what is that supposed to mean?
Gerhilda, get back!
Let me teach you one last thing, girl who would have been queen. Those closest to you deserve your greatest suspicion, for trust is a weakness that will lead to your downfall.
I should have known.
Share one more thing with your foolish pupil. The truth of that rent in your armor.
Even I had doubts.
As I said, this gash serves to remind me of the day I said farewell to who I once was. The day the Azure Knight defeated me. The day the sons I loved and the friends I had died.
This evil feeling.
That glorious day that I was blessed with this incredible power.
You serve nightmare.
I suspected something was amiss. The organized way in which the Malfested forces arrayed themselves seemed familiar to me.
Unsurprising. You were my most talented pupil, Princess. Your refusal to present an opening I could exploit troubled me greatly. That is why I was forced to step forth to deal with you personally. And now, our little talk is over. Come, hunters. Feast on their souls.
Here they come. Form a defensive circle. I shall take the offensive myself. Gerhilda, or Glinda, Rosweisa, stay with me.
Finally revealing your true colors, eh, Johann? Traitor.
Malfested with minds. These are formidable foes.
That's one. That's two.
You're skilled. You must have been a renowned warrior when you were still human. Warriors of Wolf Crone, hold the line until reinforcements arrive.
And that's 3. Come on, Johann. Face me yourself.
You fight well for humans. I would expect no less from Wolf Krone's brightest.
We cannot hold the line alone much longer.
Sorry to disappoint you, but no aid will come. We erase those signs you left so carefully. We will kill your princess and open the way for our king, the Azure Knight, to plunge Wolf Krone into a sea of blood and darkness.
We must clear a path for Her Highness to escape, even if it should cost us our lives.
No, Gerhilda. That is not necessary. Isn't that right, Wilhelm?
Huh? Huh.
Your Highness, your enthusiasm for battle is a constant thorn in our side. Why must you always make it so hard to catch up with you?
Why are the Silver Wolves here? We made sure to erase every sign she left.
This forest was mysteriously filled with carved markings that had been wiped out. I'm sure some overly clever person carved them specifically so that it would be obvious if they were tampered with.
I see. So you suspected us all along. You lured me into a trap.
And you
Silver
took the bait.
Wolves, forward! No mercy for the malvested!
Wilhelm! I knew that you would reach us.
I noticed the malfested had employed cunning tricks of late, and suspected a puppeteer was pulling their strings. When King George was taken, my suspicions turned to certainty. Still, using yourself as bait to lure the mastermind out. You are far too reckless.
And who was it who said that one must have the courage to leap into danger to seize victory?
You win, I yield.
Wonderful. Now, time to leap back into danger. Ha!
Do so for the right reasons.
The Lightning Lads, the Silver Wolves. You are more formidable than I thought.
Johann Durr, servant of the Cursed Sword, your forces have lost. If you have any pride left, you will face me in battle.
A shame. I would have liked to take this prize along with me, but it seems I'll have to let him out here. It's unfortunate, but I must postpone our duel for another day.
Coward! You will not escape!
Watch out! Above you!
King George!
Lady Hilde! I won't let you touch her!
Gerhilda!
The year is 1588 AD. Hilde number 10, with their backs to the dawn. Having defeated the evil forces commanded by Johann, Hilde and Wilhelm are now faced with an even greater threat. Hilde's once kind-hearted father, the wise, the heroic King George von Krone. The blade in his hand is now pointed squarely at the very people it once protected, and is wielded with a ferocity with which Hilde, the Guard, and even the Silver Wolves struggle to contend. You have no choice, Princess. You will have to kill your own father.
his blows. My sword arm will soon tire. At this rate... Wilhelm, report! What is the status of our forces?
Not good. Those unable to fight have withdrawn, and those remaining are struggling just to protect themselves. It is foolishness to engage in a battle of endurance against a Malfested. However, his corruption is our opportunity. I will stop him, just like I once did.
That knife.
My left arm is yours. However, go to sleep.
Wilhelm! How could you sacrifice your left arm? Your spear is our kingdom's pride.
The blade I stabbed him with is coated in an ointment that puts Malfested to sleep. As it takes effect, his movements will slow.
You were trying to spare Father's life. You noble fool. And I am the greater fool for refusing to give up on him.
I despised Wolf Krone, you know. I couldn't forgive it for forcing you to shoulder all its troubles, for never letting you truly live. But you never gave up. You never stopped fighting for Wolf Krone, or its people. In my eyes, you are the only one fit to lead our kingdom. Take them. You and no one else are worthy to bear their weight.
I will.
Time to lead the pack.
But am I strong enough to wield them? I am unsure. And yet, they feel strangely comfortable in my hands.
Time to lead the pack, Hilde. Time to call forth your ancestor, the Great Wolf.
Anyone who would harm my people is my enemy. I am Hildegard von Krone, Regent of Wolf Krone, and in the name of the throne, George von Krone, I will defeat you!
Prove yourself. Free your father.
Battle 1. Fight!
Father, all I ever wanted was to surpass you. Even after you fell into madness, that desire lived on in my heart. Nevertheless, I cannot let the people suffer from my selfishness anymore.
Battle 2. Fight!
It brought me joy to know you still remembered our family. Those happy memories still live inside you. But
The memory of your mother and brother. Hilde, maybe it's time to reunite your father with your mother and brother.
to the future. I will defeat a mere ghost now of days long gone. Behold my power! The wolf roars. It fights!
You fought well, Lady Queen.
Hilde, is that you?
Father?
I could hear your voice through it all. I caused you so much suffering. You've grown strong enough to rule our people. Now, the time has come. You cannot allow me to bring any more misfortune upon our kingdom.
I hate to say this, Hilde,
I understand.
but you have no
I
choice.
must do my duty as regent of Wolf Krone.
True warriors think not of themselves, but of others. Hilde, you don't have to do this. Sometimes, a queen is allowed to put her own feelings ahead of her responsibilities.
Wilhelm! I must be strong.
Ever since the day you became regent, we have done nothing for you. You have carried all the responsibility on your shoulders. So let me share your burden. Let me bear this weight.
That's very noble of you.
Wilhelm, is that you? I'm sorry. Please, watch over Hildegard, my beloved daughter.
As you command.
May you rest in pride and honor, King George von Krone. The year is 1589 AD. Hilde number 11. Dawn's victory. Hilde's daring plan to use herself as a decoy works. She's able to find and defeat the leader of the Malfested, and as a result, the Malfested invasion is hindered temporarily. The Wolf Krone soldiers regain their strength and regroup, but Hilde knows the fight is far from over. The young wolves of the kingdom stand ready for the fight ahead, as a new era dawns on Wolf Krone.
Gerhilde, does the wound still pain you?
I received it defending you, Lady Hilde. It is not a wound, but a mark of pride. More importantly, you look majestic. The elegance of the silver wolf armor and the bright red glow of your hair form a stunning image, a passionate swirl of color amidst a noble and gallant form, not to mention...
Calm down, suck up.
That's enough, Gerhilde. This is not some dress meant to flatter the figure.
Of course, you would look dazzling in anything. I have a lovely lavender dress that...
I give up. To think the day would come that I would lead the Silver Wolves, a royal regiment of Wolf Krone's finest soldiers. You will not change your mind? You will leave Wolf Krone?
I will. My left arm will be useless for some time, and the Silver Wolves cannot be led by a man unable to fight, right? Besides, there are many ways I can aid our land from abroad. Thankfully, I have one already in mind. I'll experiment, see how best I can help.
I see. If that is how you feel, I will not try to stop you.
Then that's that. If you insist on remaining just a regent, there's little choice.
But know that I am grateful. Thank you for sparing my father's life.
No need for thanks. I had always wanted to disobey the king's direct orders, at least once. Moreover, the idea that Malfested can never regain their minds was proven wrong. It stands to reason there is a chance for recovery.
True. There is.
Dawn will eventually come, and light will chase away the darkness. As long as you do not waver, the people will believe in you. And that includes me. Now then, farewell.
My lady. You were thinking of Lord Wilhelm, weren't you?
What? Nonsense!
You sure?
He's been quite active of late, I hear. Negotiations with the Holy Roman Empire, securing supply routes for our troops, searching for allies to help develop armaments, and even visiting with the Aval organization to search for ways to cure malfestation.
You are right. There are no words that can express the depth of my gratitude to Wilhelm.
He is your fiancé. Of course he is in your thoughts. I only wish both of you admitted your feelings earlier.
Garibrand, don't you start with... No more of this talk. Are the preparations complete?
Yes, your majesty. Your vassals and generals are all present. Great crowds of people, too, have gathered in the hopes of laying eyes upon the one who will lead them.
You have done well. Now let us greet them. There is much I must speak of. New plans, new policies, and lingering threats.
Then no more are you regent. For today, Hilde,
The darkness of the Azure Night will
you
once again
become
descend upon
queen.
our land. But I am not afraid of the many hardships that are sure to come. My people believe in me, and I have but one course. I will lead them out of the darkness and into the light of dawn.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
There is a question I've always wanted to ask. I'm sure the answer will reveal itself one day. And I'll ask it too. But that was Hilda's Soul Chronicle. So if I'm right, we got 1, 2, let's see, 3? Yep. 3 Soul Chronicles. We're coming to the end soon. And just to let you know, I will ask the question on the final video. So, if you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, turn on all notifications, share the video around as it does help grow my channel and I'd be greatly appreciative of it. If you need more gaming content, feel free to check out my channel where I upload gaming videos every, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And also be sure to check out the video and the 2 playlists in the end screen. Until next time, everybody. See you later. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. Please like, subscribe, turn the bell on, and I'll see you guys next time.